microfiber on my trusty Milwaukee Fuel DA. Neil's got his Old Faithful Rupes, and we're just going to start really working through this. Reggie's out there working on that Range Rover, and that's ready to come in shortly. And there is my car here that is here because I need to give it a service and then get that out of here because we're going to need that space at some point. So yeah, this is what we're working with. Colour looks gorgeous, doesn't it, under this light? Almost turns into that aubergine colour. Gorgeous thing. I've got the diesels. Ow, that caught my nose then. Oh no! It pulled out my nose stud. We love this machine. Let me have this machine a second. This is our 3-inch microfiber pad. Obviously we're on the cutting stage, and I just find this machine so balanced. It's comfortable in your hand. Yeah, it takes us a little bit longer, but I just think it gets us to a better finish. So yeah, I just love using this machine. What do you think, Neil? Do you prefer using this?
Especially to get in these like probably tighter areas as
well.
Yeah,
like here. You could put the bigger machine in there, but you're risking that, aren't you? You're risking here. So yeah, I love this. And like this area here, I mean, I know we're gonna take this off. I think we're taking these off. We'd have to check. So there's no point in us polishing if we're taking them off. We're removing all of this and adding a splitter on, because it looks like that splitter's got those bits built in. Did you see that bit? Mm-hmm. So, but again, either we could use this, or we could even use our even smaller one, the the 1.5 inch Nano. So yeah, but this is what we're working with, just finishing up stage 1, and if you look, it's looking amazing. I haven't done too much recording of this because it's a bit boring really. We're just working through the car. I've got this door to finish. Lower section here, and then we're going to smash through the second stage and get this outside, wash it, get some PPFing done today. Right then, here we go, second stage, and using again my trusty Fuel brushless. Neil hates it. It does rattle a little bit, frustrating. It's always been loose as well, this. Look at the bottom. Put it there. Look at that. It's not great, so when you can hear it there. rattles. Right, so anyway, going through with the Rupes Yellow, Koshkemi F6. This is my go-to kind of light compound, and we're going to really blow through this car now, get this done. Normally I'll be wearing my mask, but I pulled my nose, stood out with it earlier, and it's really sore, so I'm going to have to brave it without a mask, even though I would always recommend, if you are polishing cars, ceramic coating, always wear a mask. Hit the car with the microfiber first. Now that does leave its own little micro damage, I call it, to the surface, almost like a ever so slight haze. If you know, you know. And then we refine it out with this, and then the next task is to PPF the front of this, and it's not an easy task because we're picking up from another company. I don't know if the patterns are great, but we're gonna have a good go at it. Well, I won't have a good go at it, I'll get it done, but it's not gonna be the easiest. So Neil's working through the back. What are you working on?
Like the diffuser to start the second stage.
So he's got to do the diffuser, and let me tell you, that looks really, really tricky. So anyway, we're gonna smash through this, and yeah, catch you on the other side. Let's go. Let's do it. And here is the second wash. Second wash to get all the dust and polishing dust off it before we start PPFing this beauty. Man, it's windy today. And it is cold. It is cold. Welcome to the UK, guys. Look at this. Miserable. That smells delicious. So here is our patterns. Now, using a different company, because this is what the customer supplied. I wouldn't usually use customer supplied PPF because I don't know how this has been cut. Some of it's in bad condition. Let me show you the bonnet piece. I mean, look at the state of this. Look at the condition of this. That is awful. You know, I've warned the customer that this is not going to be perfect, but I get it. He's paid £700. He's fallen out with the previous shop. Don't want to get into the previous shop. I have no idea of the conversations, and we don't do things like that because we've had our own fallings out with customers, and there's always two sides to a story. For the client that's listening, I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm just saying this isn't great, and this will impact. I mean, look at the edges. This will impact our finish, but the clients asked us to work with it, we'll get it on. Neil's just preparing the wing here. We've already took it back outside, as you saw, washed it again. Wing looks absolutely, look at that, gorgeous. So now it's time to throw on the PPF and hope these patterns are good. And we're about to find out. Let's see. So what we're doing here, we use this kind of surgical, this is a surgical grade. That thing costs 50 quid, that red squeegee. And it's perfectly clean, super soft, to do an initial wipe down, and then we'll start throwing on the paint protection film. And let's see what this pattern looks like. Yeah, if you hang it there. Yeah. At least then we keep the contamination. So if I bring it off, interesting. Yep. Hold on, I'll come to you. Doesn't feel very tacky. Yeah. Doesn't feel very tacky at all. Just spray. It's got a strange smell as well. This is a really interesting thing for me, guys, using a different PPF because I'm a SunTech man through and through. We are the official SunTech Centre for Birmingham. So this is STEK. So I'm intrigued to see. So that's how that will go. It's a big wraparound. It'd be interesting to see. Doesn't look like the best of patterns to me. But let me not comment yet. Let me not comment yet. Looks a little bit out to me, that does. If you look from there to there, but let me tack that and see what happens. Let me tack that and see what happens. So if I get this roughly, maybe it won't be. It's definitely a little out. But I suppose I can't say that SunTech here would be any better. We've got some spray on the top. Should be right for the moment. Let me see what I can do here. This, I'm glad the thing's off. 100% that needed to be off. But if I can just get this down here, then I can make some comments on what I feel about this pattern. It definitely appears off. It is off. Because that's right on the bottom there. But I might be able to, can't say I love this, but again, it's difficult to comment on the pattern. Just give it a little tug that way. I'm wondering if I can lose some of this tension. You know, these bits are always bound to be a little bit trickier. Try and hold it there if you can, please. And then look, you know, we're quite a way off there. But if I was to go all the way up there, you'd be a mile off up there. You see what I mean? So I can't say so far these are particularly great patterns, but we move. And this is where your experience comes in. Can I take that one from you? This is where experience comes in, because now this is just, let's be honest, we dealt with worse. And again, if you was to shuffle that up, you'd lose, I mean, that's pretty much on the edge there. Look how far up that needs to be. So whoever's cut this, either the software's not the best, or this needs recalibrating, because mine don't tend to be off this much. They do sometimes. They are sometimes off, without a doubt. More often than not, that I will say. But this is kind of off on, but we'll get it on. That we will do. There, at least the piece is going on there, so I'm not really fussed about that. Oh, you know what? I love doing this. There's something about this that I just love. Trim down there. Right, so that's on. I mean, again, that is way too much wrapping. Yeah, I will. I mean, look at the wrapping there. And if you know, so you can see the patterns off, because look, it can't wrap around there, and then there, look. So that needs trimming to about here, where it can go round. It's just not great, not a great pattern. Can't say I love it. Still, peel that off for me. Yep. And you spray there for me. Thank you. At least, and even there's hardly any stretch. See what I'm saying? Not a great pattern at all. Not a great pattern at all. Hardly any stretch. Look at that. It's literally on where it needs to be. That needs to be like that. More. Don't love that at all. These are, but again, it's difficult to comment without knowing even the machine that they've been cut on. But I don't love this at all. And now I'm left, I guess, firefighting a little bit here now. Because now this becomes my problem, because I'm fitting the thing and this is what I didn't want. But again, we'll make it work. I'll chop that off there. And this is where it's handy to have knife skills. And all this tension up here is because there's not enough stretch in the pattern. Spray down there for me. We'll have to deal with these one by one. Down here. And again. So what I'm doing here is stretching these fingers. That's my Muay Thai partner. Me and Neil have been doing Muay Thai. Don't love this, Neil. Don't love this at all. But again, it's on. It's on. That's one thing I can say. I'll let you wash down there. If you wash that, and I'm just going to give that a little wash down. I'm just going to do one more. It didn't take me long to get that on. Sorry, Bert. Looks very hydrophobic. We've clearly got the, one second. You can hear the moisture in that. It always serves you to go back and check again. I have to say, considering what's nice, we've got no contamination in there. Or none that I can see at the moment. And oh man, the panel's bending a little bit here. Doesn't look bad, considering. We've got some amendments to make, but we got it. I'll wrap that round in the morning and trim it. So yeah. Cool. Perfect. So we'll dry that off and get the other wing done. Got the wings on. I gave my kind of thoughts on those. They're a little bit scratched, but we can heal those out. I gave my thoughts on those yesterday. Didn't love the patterns. Now the bonnet piece, this is going to be tricky. I will get it on because that's what the clients asked me to do, but I would never use this in my shop. Look at the state of it. I've shown you yesterday, it is an absolute shit tip. So I'm gonna put it on because that's what the customers asked me to do. It's also short on the edges, so I might even have to trim all the way around. You know, yeah, again, inheriting problems, and that's why I don't like to use, you know, customer supplied pieces. But let's get it on and let's see what we can do. Bumper looks like it's gonna be interesting, and I am looking forward to just getting this PPF on, really. I don't have too much to do. Bumper, bonnet, lights, and I'll do the lights when we whack the bumper off. So yeah, I'm gonna set the camera up back here so it's out the way, and then we'll go. So I've got a bit of a tack there, and I can see my lines, that looks all right. I'm worried about this. But then again, might go. Might have a crack at that, you know. Might have a crack at it now.
Shoot some hot in there.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's go.
Try and get up to that. Feel that.
All the way down there.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn that around.
And then what I want you to do is hold that diagonal. Look at me, diagonal, and just pin. Oh. I'm surprised that that did that easily. I am really surprised. I'm not sure the Suntech stuff would have done that like that.
This is a lot thinner though, isn't it?
I think you're right. That is tricky. There's still water in there because I heard it.
Do you want to use smaller squeegee?
Do you know what? I'm impressed with that. I'm impressed with that, bro. All right, cool. So if you let that go, then what I want you to do is I want you to come here and just do that. Hold that there.
Yep.
I'm hoping you come this side. We lost that a little there, a bit more. So you need to go more. So you need to, there we go. That looks like it's getting dry. No, it's not. This is just literally pure experience at this point that's getting me through this. Because I'm doing this in a way that I would never do a bonnet. Baby now, bro. Why? I mean, why, you know? I'm pressing on this bonnet. Right. We're doing it, bro. And quicker than I thought. Tricky, tricky, tricky bonnet. Real time. You guys are seeing me struggle with this. Because I'd never, like I say, do a bonnet like this. Let go, gently. It sticks well.
Yeah.
I've got to give it that. Right, let's spray on the top of this for me. Yep. Just spray, 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 spray. Use the other one if you can't. Because we don't have a lot of working time here. Because what I don't want to do is pick this up and reset all of that. I think so. What I'll do is transfer that to that side. And then we're going to go over there. Where? That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, bonnet. I'm sorry. I've got to push. Really good. I do think the adhesive's better than Suntek's. Although I don't particularly love the film, I think the adhesive's better. a bit of an air bubble here. Might be able to zip that out, but I'm not going to keep picking this up. All it's going to take is for me to tear it, and it's game over for us. And there you have it. I'm exhausted. Tricky bonnet piece. I'll trim this out now and get onto the bumper. When you've been cutting for a while like this, you can get your cuts pretty good. And remember, these are being wrapped around on the inside edge. So you're not worrying too much about how they look, but I like these really tight and clean. So what I'll do there is I'll just come down, round, get this off the car. Remember, look, pulling back off the car, because what you don't want, the amount of people I've seen cut a car by accident. So that can go there. And then look, what I like to do is I'll come to my edge there, and then look, I'll go back this way and start again. And then Neil will come around and I'll show you how he flushes his edges, because we'll get little bits like this up. This is what we're at now. We've removed, I mean, this was a painful bumper to remove, to be honest. And now we're gonna strip out all of this in here. Not fun at all. Not fun at all. So here we are, and it is Saturday. We're nearly a week later. Neil is just finishing up Ultra, which is this product. Ultra ceramic coating from G-Technic. So we're ceramic coating, obviously, PPF back. Here's all the PPF on. Here's the front end with the new splitter grills, all PPF'd as well. So I've custom kind of hand created pieces for all this to protect it. Bonnet's on, bumpers on, wings are on. You saw me struggling with that bonnet, and let's look at it. Not bad, right? Remember the tunneling marks that I was showing you? Let's see if I can show you this. Can you see that line there? That's what tunneling does when you don't get rid of it. There it is there. You can just see it there. So you don't want to be working with tunneling film, but this is what the client wanted me to do. And how good does that look? Mehdi from Iran, he specifically wanted me to mention that. So Mehdi, let me say it again. Mehdi from Iran, thank you so much for choosing us to do this. Me and Neil have really enjoyed doing it. It was this bumper, taking this off, I'll be honest, I found it quite stressful. It definitely took a few hours. Stripping all this out was not the funnest of things either, in my opinion. But we did feel quite triumphant yesterday. So yeah, here we are. We're just going to do our last finishing touches. Neil's just finishing up the last bit of Ultra now. Now we're going to redo the ceramic all over again with EXO. Let me turn the camera around. Super happy with how that turned out. And next week, my task is to service that one, because I need this to come out now, because we've been unusually busy for January. Hopefully February does the same, but who knows in this sector. So thank you for following. Please subscribe. We need our subscribers to pick up. I've got just over 1,000. I'd love to get to like between 5 and 10K this year. We really should be there. We've got great content. It might not be the most polished, but it's good content. So I hope everybody's enjoyed this video, and I will try and get it up. I will endeavor to get it up sooner rather than later. Peace.